We're rolling.
We're rolling. We're
rolling,
rocking. We're
rolling.
Went for very two different vibes. I went for Grease.
Yes.
You went for whatever the hell you just tried to sing.
Limp Bizkit.
Limp
actually.
Biscuit. Limp Biscuit.
Limp Bizkit.
Kid.
Kit.
Biscuit. Like Sudden Biscuit.
Like Sudden Biscuit, but limp.
Biz.
And
not sudden.
Bizkit. Bizkit.
Yeah, biscuit.
Is that how you think you spell biscuit?
No, I don't know how to spell biscuit.
I know how to spell biscuit.
Biscuit. That's
Biscuit.
how I love to say it like that.
Yes.
Sudden Biscuit.
What was the app? Oh, it was Fox's, wasn't it? The little panda with the. Hey, I'm Vinny. Fox's Biscuits.
I don't know. Maybe that's where I got it from.
Yeah. He was like a little animated panda.
Do you know what I like?
Vinny.
I like.
Fox's Biscuits.
I can't. If I did try
Please
to do that
attempt
accident,
That accident.
accent, I'd no.
I wonder if we're going to use any of that for the intro.
Maybe.
Hello, and welcome to the Sesame Podcast with Kat and Tit.
Hello.
How you doing? You're having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
Living the dream.
Yep.
Yeah, what you been up to?
A lot. Just not a lot of exciting things. Just a lot of stressful things and having no time to do anything things because I've got all of these stressful things that I have to do.
Right.
And no fun things to do.
No fun things.
Well, no, actually, that's a lie. I've got a lot of fun things that I'd rather be doing than the stressful running about, burning yourself out things that I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have time to do those. Because when I'm not doing the stressful things, I'm cuddling up in bed and going to sleep things because I'm exhausted things, you know?
If you're new to the Sesame Podcast, this is actually a Doctor Who podcast, not Kat's therapy session.
Actually, it's a bit of both.
Well, it's a bit of both, yeah. Either way, I am not paid enough. I've been all right. Got a bit of time off work, so I am trying to catch up with some YouTube things, get writing.
Yeah.
I'm hoping probably not by the time this one comes out, but like by the end of the month, I'm hoping my part 2 of my rewrite video for season 1 will be up.
Yep. So
if anybody's looking forward to that, because I have had a few comments being like, "Oh, where's the next one?"
You can just say, "Well,
I'm
Kat...
sorry, I gave you a stupid voice.
Yeah. You can just say, "Well, Kat hasn't read it yet."
Yeah, I did.
Blame me.
I did ask Kat for help on one episode months ago, and she said, "Yeah, sure."
Remember the whole time run I just had?
But yeah, she's going to read through that script.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
So.
But yeah, hopefully that'll be up soon. But have we got any news?
No, actually, one thing that I did see on TikTok, Billy Piper did an interview, and they it was the question was, do you prefer what?
You just
I
started,
malfunctioned.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
started the sentence about 10 times.
So the interviewer said, "Do you prefer your red hair or your blonde hair?" And she was like, "Oh, I have to say my blonde hair, although I am dyeing it in 2 months." So she's not staying the blonde.
Right.
So the good thing about that would be they've already filmed all her stuff. So she doesn't need to stay blonde for Rose, Bad Wolf, 16th Doctor, whoever she is. The bad thing is there's such a gap between where they might use her for whatever's upcoming that she can afford to go and dye her hair for another role, do something, and then come back and maybe dye it back blonde.
Yeah, I think if you think they've already filmed anything, you are living in a fantasy world.
Oh, absolutely, but I'm allowed to live there. I was holding on to her blonde hair for hope. And in 2 months, that's disappearing.
I mean, yeah.
Did you see the upcry?
The what?
Did you see the upcry? No?
Not a word. I believe you've combined uproar and outcry.
They've called the Sea Devil salt.
Yes. the situation.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
anyone, I'll like translate.
Oh yeah.
So for the war between the land and the sea, the Gugu Mbatha Raw's character is called Salt.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of people like, I'm not even watching it now because of that.
I thought they'd already announced.
I don't know.
this.
I haven't been following it, so I just saw like people go mental over it over Twitter.
Because I seem to remember them, like in a press release. It might have even been after the reality war with the trailer. I'm sure, because what's Russell Tovey's character called?
I don't know.
Barkley.
Because I was trying to remember that, and then I was like, like with Rani and Flood, I was trying to see if there was any way that Russell Tovey's and her Salt could be master in any.
Why?
No, because the whole things of like, oh, Russell Tovey's gonna be the master.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing. Did you not know?
No.
That's a thing. And I wanted to do a really dumb joke and do like, how I did like the rain, Flood, Rani, like that dumb joke. I know it turned out to be true, but that dumb joke. I was trying to think of what his character's name was so that I could make a really dumb joke last night in bed, and then I just fell asleep.
I feel like you could get there.
Oh, I'm gonna try and get there.
So Russell Tovey's character, he's going to have a romance with a sea devil called Salt.
Yeah.
What, you put salt on chips? Who was eating chips in the series 3 finale? The Doctor, Martha and Jack. And why were they eating chips? Because they were on the run from
the master.
There we go.
So Russell Tovey is the master.
You could, yeah.
That was a stretch and I loved it.
You're welcome.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm not even that bothered about it. It makes sense.
It's not the dumbest name.
No. We've had petrels.
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it?
Yeah. I just saw a lot of people like, I'm not watching it now. And I was like,
really?
But it's a sea devil called Salt. That's cute.
I'm
calling my sea devil Salt now. My sea devil on my collection shelf is now called Salt.
I don't have a problem.
I have no problems with it. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's the only news I got.
I mean, if we're gonna start picking holes in the names of Doctor Who characters, that's a slippery slope.
Yeah. Go on. Who do you have a deal with?
Just any planet or alien race named by Chris Chibnall.
Go on.
Ranskor Av Kolos. Yeah, I have beef with
another one. Give me another one.
Chibnall and his it's the fact that he picks. I don't know. They sound like try hard sci-fi names. So like, the Saranga Conundrum.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's sci-fi and it's.
Have you met Doctor Who?
No, but like with Russell and Stevens and even like classic, like in this episode.
We haven't even said what
yeah. We'll get there. This is the news bit. We do this.
Yeah.
It's just been so long since we've had any news, and we still haven't.
And we still haven't.
We're riffing on this. That the Vespa form.
Yeah.
That sounds.
What about the Absorbaloff?
Yeah, but a kid named that. The Vespa form is from the Silfrax galaxy.
Yeah, which sounds cool.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that sounds spacey and sci-fi, but it's not like. I don't know. They sound like proper words. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas like Ranskor Av Kolos.
Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue, does it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
That's my issue.
Okay. I can't even remember what the point of this conversation was.
Nor me. Shall we
get on with the episode?
Yes. Shall we get stuck into the main topic?
Yeah. This
week marks what would have been the 135th birthday of one Dame Agatha Christie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're in commemoration of that fact, and not because I take it upon myself to find the
most absurd.
The biggest stretch for reviewing specific episodes. We're looking at The Unicorn and the Wasp.
Absolutely.
From 2008.
Wow.
So it's almost.
This is my Vicar Cry episode.
Your what?
My Vicar Cry episode.
Your Vicar Cry episode.
If
Yes.
anyone has heard the story.
Yes, I'm sure we'll briefly touch on that in a moment.
I just remembered that. I was like, oh wait, I sobbed my heart out over this trailer.
So, this episode, nearly 20 years old, which is crazy.
Yeah, that hurts my feelings.
I think there's something about, because I think, like, for me personally, because I didn't really properly start watching the show until around series 3, series 4.
Yeah.
Because I know people, obviously, who grew up and watched series 1 with Chris Eccleston when it first came out, like yourself, and basically everyone. I don't know what I was doing at the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Not being cool, that's for sure.
Yeah. At, like, 5-6 years old. But yeah, because because I wasn't there, that being 20 years, I'm like, yeah, that probably feels about right.
Yeah.
Whereas David's stuff being nearly 20 years old, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's what?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But watching this, I had so much nostalgia for it.
Yeah. It's just really fun.
It's such
a fun episode, yeah.
And I know I'll point out right from the start. Obviously, this episode is written by a big yuck of a man who shall
remain unnamed.
Because I don't want to sully this podcast with the name of such a horrible, pathetic little man. Yeah. Anyone that doesn't know, massive transphobe, massive turf.
We're not about that.
And yeah, it's not our vibe here.
Nope.
Unfortunately, I really like this episode that he's written.
Yeah.
So we're going full death of the author here. Just divorcing the work from the...
Remove the artist from the art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Much like I kind of have to do if I watch any episodes with Noel Clarke in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some... Unfortunately, there's some dodgy people that have cropped up in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So we have to just kind of brush past it and focus on the good stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of... I don't know. I feel like this story doesn't have the best fan consensus.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think a lot of people don't really like this one.
It's just fun. I love murder mysteries.
Yeah, I
love Agatha Christie. Like, all of this is right up my alley.
I wonder.
Is that the word?
I wonder, like,
there?
how much of it is to do with the facts that he wrote it.
Okay.
And it's kind of like retroactively, like, let's not. Because I also quite like the Shakespeare Code, and I know that's an even more controversial opinion. There's some terrible stuff in it. You know, good old JK, no thanks. The Doctor's just a dick to Martha throughout. There's that, like, political correctness line. Like, yeah. But if I take away from that, like...
Sorry.
Like, no. If I don't focus on those things...
Yeah. I've actually, once upon a time, and got halfway through it and then lost interest, as usual, did a rewrite of the Shakespeare Code.
Okay.
Because I love it, as in conceptually. Mm-hmm. I really like the Carrionites. I really like the concept of it. I just think the execution and some of the words in it.
Yeah.
Lets it down a little bit. So I was doing a rewrite of it and then got distracted by something else and haven't picked it. Yeah, shock horror. And haven't picked it back up. But
yeah, I think they're definitely of the same ilk. Yeah. Those two stories. This feels like a spiritual successor from last season. And obviously it's because it's the same sort of, you know, they're both celebrity historicals. It's very much the Doctor and Companion, meet a famous writer, and battle a monster that is sort of tangentially related to stuff that they wrote about in some way. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I just think that's fun. Like I think it's a really sort of...
It is fun.
Sort of bouncy, light-hearted episode. I mean, this one especially, yeah. It's a comedy.
Yeah, it's great. And it's a nice comedic release, isn't it? What have we had before it?
So
The Doctor's Daughter was before
we're
it,
coming off the back of the Doctor's Daughter.
which was heavy.
Yeah, which is quite heavy. And then we're
And then
going
we're-
into that sort of back half of
Yeah,
Series 4
Series
where it
4.
gets dark.
Yeah, so it's
The library two-parter,
Yeah.
midnight, turn
left.
Like,
Yeah, end it finale. It's
so yeah,
It's a
this
lot.
this is a nice little
this
sort of
is
breath
the
of fresh
breath
air.
before we get into the
Yes.
hard stuff.
And I think it's another one of those where it's like, how's this not been done yet?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, absolutely.
the same with Shakespeare the year before.
Yeah,
Like, but I think because Christie's work is so, what's the word? Like the formula, the style, the tone, all of that. That's just ripe for the picking to just plonk the TARDIS in there.
yeah, and an alien, and let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I made some notes on Agatha Christie herself.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know, like I knew she's obviously like massive, but I don't think I was aware like how massive.
Really?
Like,
what are you speaking from a 5-year-old or from now?
no, sorry, yeah, from like when I was a kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, like watching it, I'm like, yeah, I've heard of Agatha Christie,
Yeah, but
I don't.
That's the play into the audience from kid to adult, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
broadening the spectrum for all ages.
I guess so, yeah. But
Because Russell did not go, that 6-year-old's going to love this.
but even now, I don't think I was quite aware of how big.
How?
Well,
It's Agatha Christie.
yeah, but just in terms of like actual numbers.
Okay.
So like,
Go on then.
listen to
Surprise
this.
us with
Right.
some numbers.
Okay, so she is the best-selling writer of all time, with over 2 billion copies sold, only beaten by the works of Shakespeare and the Bible. She's the most translated author. Her works have been translated into over 100 languages. The most adapted author. I counted, and I did actually count, 50 films, 341 episodes of television, 45 BBC radio plays, 21 graphic novels, 13 video games, and more.
Nice.
Her play, The Mousetrap, holds the record for the longest running play in history, having been running continuously in London's West End since 1952 with over 30,000 performances. And she wrote a total of 74 novels, 164 short stories, and 16 stage plays. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I think maybe because I know her as, like, I've never read an Agatha Christie book. I know her... what?
Sorry. My brain just went, I've never read a book.
I've never read a book. So it's wild to me that people, that people love them so much.
I didn't even know what a book was.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I've never read an Agatha Christie.
Yeah.
My sort of only real sort of frame of reference for her, like Miss Marple and Poirot, like ITV adaptations, you know, with your David Suchet and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this episode of Doctor Who.
Okay.
Fair. So, yeah, that was still kind of wild to me that like just how big Agatha Christie was and is. Yeah, so why would you not do a Doctor Who story with a... And it's such a fun idea, isn't it? I like, oh, let's do a murder mystery, but Agatha Christie's there for it. Like,
and she's right in the heart of it, solving it with the Doctor. It's all linked to her. She saves the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, right from the get-go, we're turning up...
Campy.
At a mansion in the 20s.
Yeah.
A garden party.
Yeah.
We've got all these very, very sort of upper class,
very English
characters.
Yeah.
All the guests at the party, these very clipped sort of English accents, and immediately feels just, you go, yeah. This is you.
The visuals are really, really good. It looks beautiful. The costuming's great.
Yeah, there are.
Do you mean the quality?
It's Graham Harper who directed this.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting because it's not really... When I think of sort of Graham Harper episodes, I think big action and, stuff like Utopia and the finale and the Cybermen two-parter, and but yeah, this one feels almost a little bit quaint to attach Graham Harper to, but yeah, he's great. He's really, really good with it. There are a couple of shots, a couple of little bits in there where I go, oh, that's a bit janky.
Go
on.
Name them.
Specifically,
yeah,
the pink lighting, in the flashback to when the church is being robbed, and you get that shot from below, and it sort of pans up on the vicar, and it's just that really harsh pink light, and he's just going. It's like, oh, okay, that looks a bit goofy, but
he is turning into a giant wasp. May I add?
Yeah, but yeah,
but make it look alright.
But yeah, generally it looks gorgeous. Like all the big sort of wide shots of that mansion, beautiful. The little vintage car coming up the drive, and it looks great. You feel that.
But even just like moments like in the study and in her bedroom that she locked herself in, and like the kitchen, I'd love all of the setting.
Yeah.
It just looks so good.
It's a really, really gorgeous set.
Yeah.
Or like location.
Yeah.
And immediately you're like, you're there. You're in 1926.
I love Donna. I love Donna in it. I think she's absolutely class.
This episode,
apart from the end, that weird line of dialogue with the Vesper form at the end. That's the only bit where I'm just like.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that because there's a couple of bits in there that I know are a little bit contentious and some people think are out of character and things. I do have a little bit of a rebuttal for a couple of those, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So we get this lovely little picturesque.
Yeah.
Very, this could easily be the start of a Poirot or a Miss Marple.
Yeah.
And then Docky Who and Donna are coming out of the big blue box.
Flapper or slapper?
I love all of that little interaction because you can tell that they're just
mates.
Really good mates.
Yeah.
Like
they don't want to mate, they just are.
Yeah. And what more can you ask?
What more can you ask for?
But yeah, the whole flapper or slapper bit, that's great.
Yeah. Do you know what I really love? That's really camp and really cheesy, and I love it. And it's just a beat. You know when Donna flips her bag over her shoulder and it goes ding.
Yeah, with they sort of stroll. Yeah,
as they stroll. I love that.
Well, a little detail I only noticed on this watch through.
Yeah.
So the opening shot is of the mansion.
Yeah.
And then we cut to the Doctor and Donna coming out of the TARDIS.
Yeah.
And in the background, you can hear a wasp.
Yeah. Did you not know?
No.
You've never heard that before?
Never noticed that before.
You can. Because as they're coming out, the things just happened. Or just happening.
What thing?
The death in the study. It all happens beforehand, and then they go out to have a look, and then the murder, and he goes, "Man."
No, because it's pre-titles.
Yeah, but it's happening. He hasn't gone into his study yet.
What?
No, he's in the study. Yeah, no. The professor.
No, the opening shot. Literally, the start of the episode, you get a shot of the mansion, and then you get the shot of the Doctor and Donna walking out.
But I assumed...
And then she goes, "Oh, maybe it's that big vintage car coming up," and that's the professor's car.
I assumed that it was happening. That's why there was a wasp sound.
No,
because he was changing.
It's just an actual wasp. It's just like a subliminal little.
Oh, I thought it was the wasp.
No.
That was happening.
But it's just. I think it's just there, just right from the get-go to. And until this one, I'd never noticed it before.
That's insane.
So I think it's sort of meant to be there, just sort of subtle, just to prep you for
the giant wasp.
For the giant one.
I don't.
But yeah, all of the Doctor and Donna's little,
cute, yeah.
And him walking out and being like, "Oh yeah, it's definitely the 1920s," and she's like, how do you know that? Oh, is it that massive car that you can see? Like, because yeah, I like how it kind of illustrates it's the Doctor sort of showing off and being like smelling the air and like,
I can do all this. And,
a little bit of mint and and she's like, or you could just have a look at the big
vintage,
car that's coming up,
yeah.
And it's kind of like the difference in their characters, but I guess also their approaches to life in a way. Do you know what I mean? That the Doctor's sort of taking in all of these tiny little details and but missing the obvious. And Donna's just got that very sort of human, grounded, like, how do you know it's 1926? Because you can smell a bit of mint in the air.
Yeah.
Like, how would I ever know that? I can tell you it's probably 1920s.
Because of that.
Because of this.
Yeah.
And I think you get a lot of that going through.
Well, you get a lot of that with 10, just in general, don't you? And 11, to be fair.
Yeah, but also the whole, like, when they find the body and Donna's sort of going, well, yeah, but we're here with Agatha Christie and there's a body in the library, there's a murder mystery going on.
Yeah.
That
doesn't really happen.
That doesn't happen.
Not really.
And obviously it's kind of played as a joke and you get the whole reference to the Unquiet Dead.
Yeah.
You know, and the Doctor being like, oh yeah, it happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Which it does, but also...
It doesn't happen to... in reality all of the time.
Well, yeah, but the fact that he's like, oh yeah, you know, adventure.
Yeah.
But Donna's spotting that and going, yeah, but Agatha Christie didn't walk around surrounded by murders. That is actually tied to the reasoning for, do you know what I mean? That it's, you know, that the Vesper form is sort of trained on the plots of Agatha Christie books.
Yeah.
So I think that's quite a nice little, that she kind of immediately goes, hold on.
That doesn't really happen, not really.
And that kind of ties into the actual mystery itself. I think that's quite neat.
Yeah.
But anyway, we jump forward a little bit. So we get the introductions to all the characters. And I think it's really efficient, you know. I think it could be really sort of over expository, but I think it gets away with it because in this setting where, yeah, they're all guests at this party, but they don't really know each other.
No one really knows each other, yeah.
Which is obviously typical for, and it's all this sort of slightly fake, you know, British politeness of, oh, Reverend, oh, thank you so much for coming, yes. And you just get all of, you know, these little dribs and drabs. This is this character, this is this character, and it's going bam, 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 because you've got to establish them all in like quite a short amount of time. But I like that the Doctor and Donna are able to use that to their advantage to get in. Yeah. Obviously, he's got the psychic paper and stuff. Yeah. But
it's like, oh, don't you remember this? And she's like, oh, yes, of course.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But
yes, of course.
Because I can't be like, no, who are you?
No, you. Yeah, exactly.
I've got to be, oh, yes, of course. Terribly sorry, you know.
Yeah. Of course we've met.
And just, I've also, there's a really great line. I mean, a lot of this is me going to be going, that bit with David Tennant, that bit with Catherine Tate, that bit with them together. Yeah. But the bit where Lady Eddison goes, oh, you know, can't be too careful with the unicorn around. Yeah. He goes, a unicorn? Where? Brilliant. Where? Yeah. Just completely unfazed. I go, yeah, great. What?
Let's have a look. Let's have a butcher's in. Yeah.
Which is completely in character, and that's exactly what he's doing this whole time. Yeah. You know, a unicorn? Great. A murder with Agatha Christie? Yeah. A giant wasp? Oh, brilliant. Mm-hmm. They just feel like they're enjoying themselves. Yeah. And they're having fun. Mm-hmm. And how could you not? Mm-hmm. You know, you can see, like, I mean, when Donna's like, oh, forget Planet Zog, like, cocktail party in the 20s, now we're talking. Yeah. But and I think because it feels so authentic to that era and that setting and that, you know, I got really, like, in the vibe of it. Like, I watched this, and afterwards I went and had a cup of tea and a slice of lemon cake. Nice. Had a cocktail on the lawn.
Of course. Naturally.
And then turned into a giant wasp and went on a murderous rampage.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, I really got into it.
Oh, you got so into it. You started going, because you felt anger for the first time.
A little bit of buzzing, Vicar.
Yeah.
That's another great line.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get introduced to all the characters, get a little bit of, a few seeds planted.
Yeah.
I like that the whole thing of the boys breaking into the church.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of the Reverend's first sort of lines, or like one of the first things we sort of learn about him. And then it's not really referenced again until the end, so you've got time to forget about it.
Yeah.
And then that becomes, like the smoking gun.
Yeah.
For the Doctor to, he's almost given himself away immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get, there's the bit of what's his name, the son, Roger and Davenport.
Yeah, I love them.
Just I like that nobody else seems to. I mean, there's a line from
Donna when she says.
No, I was going to say there's a line from the Colonel later on where they're talking about, there's not been any children in this house, and doubt there ever will be. Yeah. And he sort of looks at Roger and there's a bit of a
looked at,
but yeah, again, it's one of those things where it's almost not noticed, or even if it is noticed, it's
not going to be talked about. No, it's improper.
Well, exactly. But I love that Donna immediately goes, well, they're together.
Yeah. So as soon as they come on the screen, it's like, yep. Cool.
Just
moving on.
And I like, her just all the decent men are on the other bus.
All Time Lords.
Yeah, I like that. Even though he's not remotely interested in Donna.
No.
And doesn't want her to be remotely interested in him.
No.
But also he's like, yeah, all right, but I'm still.
Yeah. I'm
in. I'm all right.
Yeah. I'll get the ladies.
And it's the same as in Partners in Crime, where he's on about Martha fancying him, and
she
she's
fancied
like,
me,
and she's like, blind Martha, charity Martha, all of that, and in the other where she's berating him about in Sontaran Stratagem, where she's like, he's too skinny for words.
Give him a hug, you get a paper cut.
And he's like,
I'd rather you were fighting.
Yeah, I like that his ego kind of comes out a little bit, even in those tiny little moments. Just
you could fancy me if I wanted you to.
Yeah, I'm still. I've not.
No, I haven't lost it.
But yeah, all of that little stuff. You get a few more great gags, like the whole thing. Snatch Lady Babinson's pearls right from under her nose.
Funny place to my pearls.
Just their little look as they drink the whole thing is just this. Is what I mean, it's a comedy.
It is.
It is just played.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
Sort of.
It's really well written.
So light and and I think it's very the writer is obviously very inspired by Douglas Adams. It's a very Douglas Adams kind of script. This and City of Death, like, they're so sort of similar in their tone and every opportunity to get a little gag in, and a little just a little joke, a little funny comment. Aside. And the two main characters aren't really taking it seriously.
No, which is nice though, because it's a nice contrast from Agatha.
Yeah,
who tries to pull them down back to reality at any given moment. I like it when she scolds the Doctor.
That's a really nice
moment. It's really nice. Yeah,
because I think that's one of the complaints that people have, that it's a fun sort of murder mystery and whatever, but from like in universe, people are actually dying. Yeah,
and it's not out of Ten's character though, because
I think people take issue with Donna being quite like, oh, so he's dead. Oh, at the end, which I get.
Yeah.
But also I think it would be weird tonally for this story to be like, I can't believe that,
That, it's it's not serious.
Yeah. So it's I completely understand why people are like, oh, what, she's fine to be joking about people, like real people being murdered in front of her.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think because it plays out exactly like a whodunit.
Yeah.
And they're there for the adventure and the fun and like, oh, isn't this like, you know, we're on an investigation and all of that.
And they're solving their own little mystery inside of that, aren't they? Of Agatha Christie.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get to the end result as much as they're trying to get to the end result of the murder.
And I think, maybe it'd be not to have Donna sort of scolded in the same way that Agatha scolds the Doctor, but a reference to or maybe it all sort of sets in at one point that like, oh no, this is real.
Yeah.
But then I don't know how you
unless
levy
you kind
that
of
with the tone of the story overall.
It's a difficult one because it would be like a nice kind of like parallel to, you know, when Ten's enjoying it in The Runaway Bride and Donna's like, are you enjoying this?
Yeah.
So for Donna to have are you enjoying this from like Agatha would be quite a nice little reflection into what it's like.
Be like, oh, you're really just used to this now.
Yeah, because like we get it with Rose as well.
Yeah.
Where they're like, this is an odd thing for you to be like, even early on, wasn't it in like Aliens of London with Harriet? Like, this is no time to have a laugh with, and she's like, you get used to it with him.
Yeah. I think
maybe Donna just needed a bit of Donna might have needed a little bit of a scold, maybe. But I don't know when the right moment would have been. Because
that's what I mean.
She's only really like that because she puts the Doctor in his place throughout. She's there for Agatha as like a support rock. The only time we really see that of her is in that
at the end
when she's eating her popcorn or whatever she's eating.
Yeah, like her
nuts,
her little walnuts or something.
Yeah, that was it.
But I really love that sequence.
Yeah,
and I really love
it's
her
just fun
in
it.
Sequence.
Yeah, because it's funny.
Because and I think there's something, I don't know. I think there's an argument for both sides.
Yeah,
because the story itself, I think it'd be maybe a little bit of tonal whiplash if we go, actually, no, this wasn't a fun adventure and all of these genuine, real human people died.
Yeah.
And you're making fun of it. Because
they're feeling at the minute like they're in a novel. It's kind of that weird detachment, isn't it?
Exactly.
Where it's happening around them, but they still feel like they're reading it in a book.
Yeah. And I think even the fact that Donna's frame of reference for Agatha Christie, I would assume, isn't the books, and it would be the films and TV and stuff.
Yeah.
So I really like that come the end, you know, you've got that classic, I've gathered you all here today, so, you know.
Yeah.
And she sat there chomping
like,
on a wall. She's like, oh,
so he
killed.
did it.
Oh, so she did kill him.
Yeah.
Like, all of that.
And then she's like, who did I kill? No one.
No. Yeah, she's literally just sat there watching it like she would be watching the telly at home.
Yeah.
Which I think is a really nice little gag.
Yeah.
But then also, I do understand that people are like, why is she so flippant about, you know. I don't have the answers for that one.
Yeah. And we're not asking them from you either.
Well, just as well. Because I think the other thing is, like, in an actual, you know, in a Poirot or a Miss Marple, it's always seen as a fun sort of murder mystery. It's a whodunit.
It is,
you know, there's never really a point where the characters within it are actually sort of taking the deaths that seriously. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, you'll have oh my gosh, I can't put it, or like
there's always that one,
somebody's partner or family member or whatever's died, they'll have to grieve.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes on, it's like, oh, but another body. And you know, like it doesn't go like crime thriller.
No, they're sticking to the whodunit formula. They're just plonking the Doctor and Donna in, so there's that weird kind of balance where detachment and balance where they're in it, they're solving it, but also they're watching it and understand what that formula is like, so they know how it's playing out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's basically like they're playing Cluedo.
Yeah. which I love, and it's my favourite game ever in the whole entire world. So this is why this used to be one of my favourite episodes ever.
I did not know you liked
What?
Cluedo.
I was always Miss Scarlet. Always.
Oh, all right.
No. I was... No.
It's fine, you can have her. It's fine.
No, I was always Miss Scarlet, and I always will be.
Well, I like that the characters are all, very much based on...
Well, yeah, it's like that's my favourite little, like, gag, is that it's like a Cluedo, like, in the library with a lead pipe in.
Exactly. So you've got Professor Peach who's obviously your Professor Plum. Miss Scarlet is Robina Redmond.
Mm-hmm.
The Reverend, it's Reverend Green, isn't it? Who else have you got?
Mr. Mustard.
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah.
Mr. Mustard.
Colonel Mustard.
Colonel Mustard.
Mr. Mustard.
You've got the cook, Mrs. White.
Mrs. White is the, like, chef, nurse.
Yeah.
Not
or
nurse,
I guess
but, like, maid.
Yeah, I guess sort
thing.
of.
So you've
Miss
got
Chanticleer and Mrs. Peacock, who would be Lady Eddison, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you say, the lead pipe in.
Yeah. In the study.
I've got a little hint at what I've got for trivia. All of the 6 original Cluedo murder weapons are used.
Yeah.
So you've got the lead pipe in.
Yeah.
You've got the gun.
Yeah.
You got the rope.
Dagger.
Candlestick and poison.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, you do like Cluedo, don't you?
I love Cluedo. Do you want to know? I never used to be able to say it right. I used to say Cluedio.
Cluedio?
I used to pronounce the E.
What do you mean you used to pronounce the E?
There's an E in there.
Yeah, at the end of Clue. And then it's D-O.
Yeah, Cluedio.
No.
Oh no, I'm putting the E in the wrong place.
Yeah.
I used to pronounce the E just in the wrong place. Cluedio. Can we play Cluedio? Cluedio.
I want to be the Vesper form.
No, because I obviously had Cluedo before Unicorn and the Wasp. So I used to play it at my dad's at the weekend.
Oh, so Cluedo predates
the Unicorn and the Wasp.
Oh,
so
I
when
thought
this
you liked
happened,
Cluedo because of
I lost my mind.
Well, yeah, because it's who meets Clue.
Yeah, I lost it, and then that was like because it was Cluedo and Wacky Races at my dad's at the weekend.
What, the cartoon?
Yeah, Wacky Races, the board game.
The board game?
Yeah, and I always used to be the blue or yellow car. It depended which one my dad argued over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wacky Races board game. It's so good.
But I assume based on the cartoon.
Yeah, literally, and then you like drive around and there's like deadly diversions and you pick up a card and you can't pass the finish line until you've got 5 cards, but they can't be all the same cards. It's great. Yeah, so once this aired, after I had my meltdown, we played Cluedo every week.
She had your meltdown?
Yeah, over the Doctor Regenerator.
Right, yeah. Should we briefly touch on that?
Yeah, we'll touch on it briefly because it's not that interesting. I just had one of my cat moments as a child, where the next time trailer after the Doctor's daughter, I for some reason thought that the vicar was the new Doctor. Don't know why, but I watched it, ran upstairs to my dad, who was in his bedroom, jumped on the bed, sobbing my heart out, hysterically, and I couldn't breathe, full down meltdown. My dad didn't know what was going on at all, was just trying to console me and calm me down, and all I could say was, the Doctor's finally ginger. The Doctor's finally ginger, because for some reason, just the vicar going, well, this seems to be an eventful day, or whatever he says. That, in my brain, that was, he's just regenerated into him. I know, Kat. Why don't we think, why is he in a vicar's costume? Why has he regenerated? Because at this point, you don't follow any news. You're too young. You just go to dance, come home and watch Doctor Who. So how do you know David Tennant's even regenerating? Was it even announced at that point? Who knows? No idea. So why are you jumping to conclusions just because you saw a ginger man on the screen? He said a line of dialogue and you think that's now the new Doctor? Why? Where did you get there? How did you get there?
It's so... I'm so glad you've said all of that, because that was my internal monologue.
Yeah. Don't know how I got there. I also never watched the Next Time trailer, so this just so happened, I just so happened to have stayed downstairs in my seat to watch the Next Time trailer, because normally I'm like, disinterest, Doctor Who is over now, let's go and play with whatever. Let's go do my sequins. But not this time. This time I stayed and watched, had a meltdown, Bon appetit.
I'd be so interested to know if you'd stayed for, if there were any other episodes and you'd just see a random character and go, that's the new Doctor.
The only other trailer I remember staying and watching was for the Lazarus Experiment.
Evolution of
the Daleks. After Evolution of the Daleks, I watched the Lazarus Experiment trailer. I remember that one because then I only remember watching that one definitely because I had to break into my house to watch that episode because my mum forgot her keys. So I had to stick my arm through the letterbox, nearly break my arm to reach the door handle, pulled the door handle down because it unlocks from the inside, and broke into my house so I could watch the Lazarus Experiment.
Right.
Dead on for 7 o'clock.
I'm sure your mum felt very safe. You could just reach through your letterbox and...
Well, I genuinely nearly broke my arm to do it. I remember I cut all up, like, grazed up all my arm.
It was important. Things were at stake. You were going to miss Doctor Who.
No way. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well,
sorry.
that's your.
Yeah. Anyway, so then I played Cluedo, like, all the time.
After this
episode.
Right.
Like, because I had gone on, like, my hiatus of, like, Cluedo because...
Your hiatus.
I had a mini hiatus because Wacky Racers was involved and so was the new Bratz game. So
sure.
We were playing those a lot. And I also had my Scooby-Doo snap cards. So this is all within that era. But then Unicorn and the Wasp. I got my Cluedo again. And I feel sorry for my grandparents and my dad because they did have to play that on repeat.
I feel sorry for anyone that's listening to this being like, yeah, and...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. Of course. I'm sorry. Right. Come on. Review. Yeah. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I love how sometimes your tangents just turn this into a completely different podcast.
I'm so sorry.
It's like a board game review podcast.
I'm sorry.
It's your therapy sessions.
Sorry.
It's your mad autistic cope.
I'm sorry.
That you watch a Next Time trailer and just go, that ginger man, that's new Doctor Who.
Meltdown. So, okay, that was my reaction of that. Can you imagine my reaction when David Tennant did regenerate?
I dread to think.
My God, I...
Anyway, the Unicorn and the Wasp. I really like how all of the deaths are different. I know we spoke there a little bit about like the different murder weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
But I like that it's, that no one dies from like being stung by the Vesper form.
No.
Or like no one's got a massive hole through the middle of them where the stingers just impale them.
The closest was Donna and the door.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is intriguing as well because they're not supposed to be in the book.
But he does then try to take the Doctor out with poison.
Oh yeah, so it's just Donna.
But maybe that's because, you've literally found me.
Yeah. In
Wasp form.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe all gloves are off.
Yeah, but that's fun, and I like that. All of the victims are, he takes out the professor because he's discovered the birth certificate and the lineage and stuff.
Maiden.
That's going to be so fun to edit. Thank you.
Sorry.
Maiden. What's that mean? Yeah, and then Miss Chandrakala, because she knows she's Edison's like confidant, tries to take the Doctor out because he's getting too close.
Yeah.
And Roger because he's, I guess jealousy.
When they're filming, did you notice if there was soup in the bowl?
Did I notice if there was soup in the bowl?
Yeah, because he's face down in the soup, isn't he?
Yeah.
I wonder if there was soup in the bowl.
Well, I imagine
probably
for
not.
The shot where because you're not going to see the soup.
No, so probably not.
Probably not.
Just curious. Sorry.
Well, tell you what, you go back and rewatch.
Yeah.
Let me know.
All right.
But yeah, I like that it all plays out. It makes sense who's being picked off.
Yeah.
Let's talk the poison scene. Sparkling cyanide.
Harvey Wallbagger. How's that Harvey Wallbagger? One word.
Genuinely, the window mime scene from Partners in Crime is
Yeah,
iconic.
up there, yeah.
But I think this might be David Tennant and Catherine Tate's best
Performance.
just little comic
set
piece.
The only one thing, and it's just because it grosses me out so much, when he's eating anchovies or whatever, and he's got them on his chin.
Yeah, I think it might be the walnuts.
The walnuts.
From where he's like had to chew them.
I can't deal with things in people's mouths. I can't deal with mushy food. I can't deal with any of that. So every time I see that little bit of dribble on his chin, it makes me. It's just rank. Anyway.
Yeah, that whole scene.
It's so brilliant.
It's great.
So brilliant. Yeah.
Because it makes complete sense, because obviously, you know, the Doctor's got a different physiology and like understanding of you know, chemistry, and so he would be able to go, okay, no, this is what I need. I can fight this, but I need this, and I need it quickly.
What is it? Salt. That's too salty. Oh, that's too salty.
Just the whole, that's such a great idea.
And it's executed beautifully.
Yeah, and it feels like it's happening in one take.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is just one take. I know they've got two cameras set up.
I think the fluidity of it is one take.
And I think especially because, you know, there's no score.
No. Also, the mess that David Tennant makes, I can't see that. I think they were like, you've got a shot.
Well, I saw because I watched The Confidential after this.
Yeah.
And Graham Harper was saying, because obviously the first thing he does, he gets in and pours the ginger beer over himself.
All over himself, yeah.
Also, side note, I love that little gag where he comes in and goes, ginger beer. Because obviously as a kid, no idea, completely over my head.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
For anyone that doesn't know why that's a joke, look up old rhyming slang for what ginger beer means and which character he's saying it to and his reaction. I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah, brilliant. But yeah, the first thing he does, he drinks the ginger beer and then pours it all over
himself. Yeah.
And Graham Harper was saying, we've got two suits.
Yeah.
So we all agreed, like on the crew or in the cast, if anybody thinks that take will be wrong for whatever reason, or we need to do another take of that bit, shout cut as loud as you can, and it doesn't matter. And there's as he's doing it, he's watching on the monitor, and he's like grabbed the bottle, and you just hear Graham Harper go, cut! And David's like got the bottle, and he's like, ooh!
Insane, yeah.
But yeah, like it does feel
like...
it's
custom made suit, isn't it? So you got two, and that's what you got.
Well, yeah, and you can imagine trying to, you just wrecking it, I suppose.
I bet the costume designers, the costume assistants and that were like, oh my god, please don't.
But yeah, it does feel like one take, and it feels like a play.
Yeah.
It feels like, you know, but it's just such a good idea that he's kind of frantically trying to find an antidote. Yeah. And having to do charades with Donna, who's completely clueless.
The worst person that you'd want to play charades with.
If your life depended on it.
Yeah, you would not want
Donna as your charades partner. Or charades for any American listeners.
Charades.
Just the whole thing of like, he can't, because his mouth's full. He can't say what he needs. So he has to mime it. That's just pure slapstick comedy. That like the setup for that, the idea is great, and the execution, just giving it to those two. And then almost Agatha is like a straight man in the background to be like, no, anchovies. Please. Like walnuts, and Donna's like, oh yeah, brilliant. Agatha Christie, great. But I think that's the other thing, like why when people are like, oh, Donna's not taking death seriously. Like, her best mate's been poisoned and is like on the brink of death. Yeah. But she's still got time to go, oh, that's too salty. Yeah. Like, she's still got time to get some jabs in. They're not taking anything seriously. And also the resolution of, I need a shock. Yeah. And her just planting one on him.
How do you feel about that? Because that's controversial.
Is it?
Yeah.
What, that it's like non-consensual?
Yeah.
I don't think, because then surely you could say the same about Smith and Jones.
Yeah.
Cassandra as Rose smacking one on him in New Earth. You could say the same about the Parting of the Ways. The Doctor
Yeah.
kissing Rose. You know, it's clearly not. How do I say this?
I wish I didn't ask the question.
I don't want to sound insensitive. It's clearly not going for that. And obviously the scene doesn't work if Donna goes, okay, for this shocking thing I'm about to do, can I get your consent?
It's me to preempt.
Yeah. But also, even if it wasn't, that doesn't work within the scene. I think it's a trust that Donna knows that he's not going to have a problem with it, and also it's saving his life. The Doctor doesn't have a problem with it, and when he sort of goes, "Oh, I must do that more often," her face of like, "I beg your pardon."
Yeah. The detox
shows that she's not, you know. I think that's, dare I say, making something of nothing in that particular instance.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Watching this, I was reminded of, I was on a night out. I was probably like 19. And at some point towards the end of the night, got hiccups.
Where's this going?
Right? And I don't know if you've ever heard me with hiccups.
Yes.
But it's annoying.
It is.
They're proper like...
Yeah.
Like...
You do sound a bit goofy.
Yeah. And like I was... every sort of, you know, like 5 seconds
it's
or so.
It's annoying just you replicating it, so please stop.
Right. 2 hours. I had these hiccups for 2 hours. Right? So I'm like trying to, you know, enjoy my night out, and I've just got this going on.
That's hideous.
So I'm trying to like drink loads of water, like hold my breath, you know, all the old hiccup stuff.
Did you do a handstand?
I can't do a handstand, you're joking.
So you didn't do all the old tricks then, did you?
Well, you know, I'm sure I couldn't do a handstand sober. Yeah, I remember saying...
Shock.
Yeah, basically, like, I need something to shock me. And a couple of my mates had tried sort of doing the old all that stuff. And then one of my friends who I've known for probably about 20 years.
Right. Well, that's hard. You were 19.
No, at this point I've known for 20. I'd known her since I was like 4. Right?
Hold on. 19.
So 15 years at this point.
You were 19. You'd known them for 20 years.
No.
From the age of 4.
I have known them, present tense, for 20 years. And I was saying, okay, I was 19 at the time. I'd known them since I was 4. All right?
I've known them 20 years. I was like, that's incorrect.
Right. The point of this story isn't to attack my maths, okay? So I've known this person pretty much all of my life.
Okay.
Right? And she basically did...
Is that for a shock?
Basically just planted one on me. And I remember being like, what? Like, looked over and I can just see my one mate probably about 10 feet away that's just sort of clocked and gone... He's just stood mouth agape, just like, and she kind of came off and went, hiccups? And I went, no. And she went, there you go. And just walked off.
Wow.
But yeah, that and watching this completely took me back to that. And I was like, so it does work. It works for hiccups. It'd probably work for poison.
Sure.
But that's a great scene. It's just a really, really fun sequence.
Yeah.
Then where do we... Oh, we've skipped out all of the...
All of it.
All of it. We've skipped all of the, like, the investigation.
Yeah. Where were you at 4:15?
Yeah, you know, interrogating them all. And I really like how cheesy it is that you get the little, like, the transition of...
What? That was his...
Yeah, I know, and I'm trying to talk.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't even listening to what you were saying.
No, I know. That's why I'm like... Yeah, like I really like the transition where it's sort of like the picture
Yeah,
distorts and you get the harps and like
Yeah.
it's so cheesy but
Yeah.
completely
great.
just fits with the tone of it.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that they're all just lying, you know.
Yeah.
The Colonel's like, oh yeah, I was
in my study.
in my
Yeah,
study.
no, all the way out.
All the way out. Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
And then the Doctor sitting down and him doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
I've been to Belgium once. I was rescuing Charlemagne from an insane computer. All of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, here's a very Douglas Adamsy bit. Her going, Charlemagne lived centuries ago. I've got a very good memory.
Yeah.
Such like I can hear Tom Baker saying that.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that stuff. The dinner scene, which is actually quite tense.
Well,
like,
the peppering.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a really fun little concept.
Yeah.
But also, it's quite tense.
It is.
When
yeah.
you get, when the windows blow open, that like come through, and the candles go out, and the lightning, and
one of my favourite lines of dialogue is when David Tennant delivers the line to Lady Eddie, and he's like, "And you said it can't be." I love how he pronounces that.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It completely at the end.
How's he do it? When you heard that noise, you said it can't be.
Oh, I'm like, yes, say your T's. Love it.
Also him going when they're panicking and going, shh, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Just.
It's that when the lightning strikes on the dinner scene, you just get the Vesper form shadow.
Yeah.
On the wall.
This is what I mean. Like direction wise, there's some gorgeous
the
shots.
Smash
like
of the window, the curtains going up. Oh.
Also the dolly zoom that they do on Lady Eddie when she realizes that the vicar's her son.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
That I love a good dolly zoom.
Yeah.
And she's practically like looking right down the lens as well.
And she's like, oh, my child.
Yeah. The dinner scene's quite tense.
Yeah.
Although it is quite funny that Greaves runs out, sort of pushes Donna, and then he's like, "Not you, Agatha." Gets her out, and he's like, "The rest of you, yeah." One of you's probably going to be dead.
Get the important ones out.
Yeah. We know none of you lot did it.
Yeah.
So we'll go in. Oh no, someone's dead, and I didn't see who did it.
Oh.
Also, so he laces the soup with pepper.
Yeah.
Which is an insecticide.
Yeah.
So does he, does he deliberately make the Vesper form change?
Maybe.
So is Roger's death kind of on him?
Someone did a death count for all the doctors. I wonder if one of 10's is his.
Is Roger?
Yeah. It's insane. Maybe. I don't know.
It's just interesting.
Yeah.
That he's like, let's get the Wasp out.
Yeah. Well,
everyone run.
It probably. Do you know what? To be fair, the Vesper form did poison him, so he can kind of poison him back.
Oh yeah, I'm not being like, oh, it's not fair that he poisoned him. I just mean that.
No, yeah, exactly. And I'd be pretty miffed if I just got poisoned as well. So I'd probably transform into a giant wasp. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, no, I'm a bit pissed now.
I'm a bit pissed off. You've ruined my minestrone. I went a bit Matt Berry there. Minestrone. Yeah. But yeah, and then we get in. Oh, Roger's face down in his soup.
Yeah.
I also it's really funny to me how like bloodless the deaths are.
Yeah, but that's a thing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like a purposeful, intended.
I think
Roger
having the knife in his back, I think that makes complete sense.
The goriest one is the
Miss Chandrakala
with the bit on her.
Yeah, and she's just got
that single bit of blood. Yeah.
Yeah, but also a massive bloody gargoyle has dropped from 100 feet onto her head.
Yeah.
That'd have caved her fucking skull in.
Yeah, but guess what? It can't do that.
No, I know,
why it's
so funny that she's just got a tiny little trickle of blood. I always think of it as like that bit from Hot Fuzz, where it drops down on the journalist and he's just walking around for a bit.
No. Yeah.
Imagine that, Miss Chandrakala.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's it's a little bit tongue in cheek, isn't it? But it does make me laugh. Although it's a really quite striking image of Roger face down in the soup with the knife in the back.
Yeah.
Especially with all the lightning going off and stuff.
They
That's
do
great.
get progressively worse.
Yeah.
As the Wasp gets progressively more pissed.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question for you. Do
Yeah.
you think he was a wasp at that point, or do you think he was because the wasps don't have hands for knives? So do you think he was human as he did that? Because although actually they're like that, aren't they?
Little sort of.
They got like little
Lego Ice
like
Warrior
kind
hands.
of Sontaran.
Yeah, sort of pincers.
Oh my god, the thought of a little wasp with a little knife. With a little.
Well, yeah, but in the pre-titles when he does Professor Peachin.
Oh yeah, he's got a lead piping in there.
He's got the lead pipe, and you see with the shadow that he is. It is the wasp.
It is the wasp.
Yeah,
so that's quite a striking image. Just I am picturing the Vesperform quite cute in my brain because I love giant insects, but just the thought of his little hand with a little knife.
Oh yeah, really cute. Yeah.
Sorry.
A giant wasp with a knife performing a murder. Yeah, really sweet.
I am terrified of wasps, so I don't like wasps anyway, let alone with knives.
So how did you? When you say you don't like wasps, is it like a fear of wasps, or is it just like hatred?
I'm allergic.
Yeah, but like, do you actively?
Yeah, so I run away from them. I'm scared.
That's what I'm saying.
Fear.
Watching this episode,
I was fine. It wasn't going to come and get me.
Right, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah,
I didn't know if the thing of like a wasp but giant.
Oh no, I love the Vesperform.
I mean, a wasp. They're giant.
Just look at it sting. Pan down. Just this giant. I love it.
I love Catherine Tate's like incredulous voice that she does with stuff like that when she's like, when I said massive,
I don't mean big. I mean flipping enormous.
Yeah, that's great. I also love the whole in her conversation with Agatha where it linked, because that's quite a nice sort of tender scene.
Yeah. Well, mine ran off with a giant spider.
Yeah. I like that there's a link back.
Yeah.
Not only to, Donna had a fella that ran off with someone else.
Yeah, no.
But Doctor Who twist also.
Yeah,
but also we got a giant wasp. We had a giant spider.
Yeah. Giant beetle upcoming.
Giant beetle to come, yeah. But yeah, all of that stuff with Agatha is great.
Yeah.
And then we're pretty much into the final stretch then. We get the interrogations.
Yeah. I love all that. I love it when he's like, I can walk. And he's like, no, actually, had no idea. I was just about to say that it wasn't you, so. Should I sit down?
Yeah, I think you better had.
Oh, I love how she says that. Yes, I think you better had. I'm like, yes.
I love the cheesiness of it. Rabina Redmond getting outed as the
all
unicorn.
Right then.
Arrest me, you knobs.
Yeah.
And her little, what's the line about when she's talking about Lady Eddison getting pregnant? She's like, "Oh, typical man, flesh is your family jewels, and you got a bun in the oven."
Yeah.
Like all of that. Also, let's add Felicity Jones to the list of like incredible actors that were wasted on Doctor Who.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then we get all of that, the interrogations, and Donna being like, "Oh, so it was him. Oh, so she did kill him."
I just like, who did I kill? No one.
No.
Getting more aggravated for disrupting his flow.
Yeah, so it was you, Donna Noble. What? Who
did I kill?
No, but it was you that said.
Yeah.
So it was you, Agatha Christie. So she
killed
him.
No.
Yeah, all of that. That's great. And then we get the big, slightly campy reveal. One of the things I don't like about this is that the Reverend, I think you could have something interesting there where, because the unicorn, no, what's it called? The Firestone. Because the Firestone has, transmitted the plots of Agatha's books into, all of that. I love all of that. That's a fun little sci-fi shenanigan explanation. I think you could do something more interesting there where it's like he can't control when he's turning into the Vesper form.
He can't though, can he? At the beginning, at least.
Well, he can't, but it comes through of anger, and it's like he's consciously doing that stuff. So even though it's when he's in the Vesper form
Yeah.
that he's doing the murders,
Yeah.
like right at the end he's like, oh, you humans, and he just goes full like evil.
Yeah.
I think that kind of misses the opportunity to do something a bit more interesting.
I don't think really got time to do anything a bit.
Yeah, but it feels a bit of a cop out for it just to be like, oh, it was him, and he's evil, he hates them all. Like, I don't know. I know what you're saying. There's probably not that much time.
There's
but...
not the motives aren't really explored though, because it is kind of like, oh, one by one, like Cluedo.
Well, no, but we know why he's doing it.
Do we? Am I lost?
I literally explained it earlier.
Say again.
So he kills the professor because...
Oh, no, yes, sorry.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, no.
So...
Yeah, sorry.
Like... But I don't know, I think it'd be interesting because he's been a peaceful, man of... he's a man of God and all of that. And it's only when he gets...
There's not like what I'm trying to say is like there isn't a big evil motive behind the death. Like he's not killing them off one by one because he's gonna then kill his mother, who he now know. Do you know what I mean?
Oh well, yeah, but she was definitely next on the list.
Well, I don't know. I feel like that could have been quite interesting. No, but I'm just saying like the deaths that do happen were all coincidental because it was an unraveling. It wasn't like I'm setting out to kill this person. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm trying to say? They're circumstantial as the plot develops. It wasn't like
but they're premeditated.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. I think it'd be more interesting if there was something there that I don't know, because obviously it's the fact that like his anger is what unlocks the transformation at the time, and then because Lady Eddison is reading the books,
that's
the link's made, and but it says something there about like this is what it thinks the world is. So I think there's something maybe a little bit more fun there where you could have him being like slightly more infantile, like when he's not himself, and then his sort of transition into the Wasp is he's like an angry child kind of acting out.
That's kind of what it is though.
Yeah, but then you get him sort of doing an evil monologue and being like, "Oh, I'll kill you all. I'll stop you."
But that's what happens in that kind of genre. You get the evil monologue, don't you? You get the baddie.
Yeah, I suppose.
Especially when you're putting it into a cheesy Cluedo, Agatha Christie romp.
Yeah, I guess.
I think if they did something more interesting, you'll be like, oh, they missed a trick there, that they didn't have the
by
old
just doing the
formulaic.
Sort of
yeah, do you know what I mean?
That's fair. And maybe it's a little bit.
And they kind of do something interesting with the whole like ending, I guess, with when he lets Agatha live, and that you can say a lot about the writer's empathy and her stories and characters and all of that nonsense. So they do something interesting at the end. They don't. I'd say that's a fair point if they just went, no, he's a baddie, so he's just gonna. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was like the doctor that stopped him with some big talk or whatever, but it wasn't. It was a bit more grounded in it, so.
Well, it's a nice beat that he lets her go.
Yeah, of course.
And I think that in itself, like the whole thing, like you were saying there, of the empathy, and I think that's an interesting thing that it kind of touches on with. Agatha, why is Agatha so good? Why are her books the best? And it's because she understands people. And
he does really cycle through all of the different emotions.
Yeah, but I think also, I always think that's an interesting thing, when people write these quite twisted characters and get into that sort of psychology of it.
I love a laid character, I've said this before.
But I always think it's interesting to look at the writer themselves and be like, it's interesting that you can quite easily get into this.
Yeah.
Like, I do it with myself. Like, when I write and I'm like...
Oh, you're doing great, Liam.
No, I don't mean
I was taking the piss out of you.
I don't mean that it's good.
You're like, oh, Liam, I can't believe you got into the mind of that character. That's so good.
No, I mean, it's interesting how easy you found it to step into the shoes of a psychopath.
Yeah, but it's fun.
But this is what I mean, like... I think that's interesting, and maybe that's just maybe that's just like
Yeah, but it's fun to explore.
maybe I'm
things
just
that
an
are
empath.
different. Oh, shut up.
But like, yeah, I
Yeah.
think actually sort of understanding
Yeah.
character psychology
And
or real human psychology is like a
Yeah.
big part
Absolutely.
of what makes a good writer.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I thought that was an interesting thing to sort of
Mhm.
touch on, and then be like, well, if you can understand it for your books,
Yeah.
you can understand it for the motive of this
Yeah.
killer with this investigation. That's a really nice link.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then we get the ending with Donna drowning
Yeah.
a wasp. You said this is
Yeah,
controversial.
it is, isn't it? I see lots of people go back and forth about it not being in Donna's character to drown the wasp. And then when the doctor's like, oh, Donna, it couldn't help itself. And she goes, neither could I.
Yeah.
Especially off of the back of previous episodes. I know that's a point of contention.
Yeah, I get that. I think, yeah, maybe if it looked like it was going to go for him.
Yeah, but it's not really focused on Donna or the Doctor. It's more on Agatha, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're all stood together, aren't they? The three of them on the bank.
Yeah.
Maybe if it looked like it was going for Agatha or something.
Yeah.
And she kind of pulled her out or like pulls the Firestone, attracts its attention.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going for Donna, and she's like,
oh,
this is what it wants.
Freaks out and
throws it. Yeah, maybe if it's maybe a little bit less premeditated.
Yeah.
I think the line of like, how'd you kill a wasp, drown it?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. But I didn't. I think because it's been set up as evil, dastardly villain, I'm not like, oh, that was. I think if you'd gone with what I was saying earlier, where it's like
more
it's that kind of infantile, you know, that would I'd be like, that's a little bit, yeah. But I think because it is like the cheesy, I'm an evil villain. It's like, oh well, you die.
Yeah. And then in its last moment.
And yeah, I really like that it, you know, that it lets her go. And that's quite a nice beat.
Yeah.
Where the Doctor's like, I actually can't do anything. But I don't know what to. And then and he's like, let her go. That's And
then do you know what Series 4 does love? It loves like a bubbling lake, doesn't it?
A bubbling lake.
Yeah, Russell Zero does like a little bubble.
It loves bubbling.
Yeah.
Well, because in the Sontaran episode, you get the cargo in the lake.
Yeah. But you also get Martha, and you have all the bubbles where in the clone vat. You also get the Hath.
I was going to say,
and when the Hath's drowning and Martha's on the side going, no!
And then here
in Unicorn
Wasp
and the
in the
Wasp.
lake.
Yeah. It just loves a good bubble.
Loves a bubble.
Loves a bubble. Does he love a bubble?
Series 4 loves a bubble.
It really does.
But yeah, I think, and then obviously you get the denouement with taking Agatha to the hotel.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a nice sort of wrap up of the mystery. It's not like, oh, she went missing. Like she literally has disappeared.
Yeah.
Because I assume that they take her that night and then just skip forward 10 days.
Yeah.
It's a nice little wrap up to that like actual mystery, which again is one of those like irresistible things where it's a real historical mystery.
Yeah, let's have a play.
Like, oh, how could this have happened? I think she was terrorized by a giant wasp. Like,
absolutely
classic Doctor Who.
Yeah.
You know. Mm-hmm. And then you get the little conversation with the Doctor and Donna in the TARDIS.
I love all that.
About her being remembered and all of that. That's really nice.
When I'm feeling emotional when I'm watching that episode, I cry.
Oh.
It's just like, you know, Vincent and the Doctor when they take Vincent round.
Yeah.
All of those kind of things where someone feels like I hope this has written something or created a piece of art or something, and they don't think they're going to be remembered, but actually they're like this statement person in the whole of history who gets studied and written about and adored.
Well, I think it's interesting because obviously at this point for Agatha, she's only written like 6 books or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was successful she's already successful.
Absolutely.
But
she has her goes on to, doesn't she, with Donna.
Yeah, with that sort of doubt, and she's books, like, "Oh, I don't
imposter
write."
syndrome.
Yeah, it's a nice little note to end on, I think.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't know if it was deliberate, but then going from the Doctor being like, "Look at this, but look at the publishing page, like in the year 5 billion," and then next week, where do we end up?
Oh, do we end up in a library
in the far future?
Oh.
Yeah, which is quite a nice little.
It is a nice little segue.
I don't know if that was deliberate or just
happenstance, but it's fun.
Yeah. The one thing that I forgot to mention that I really, really like, it's such a tiny little detail, but like it's one line, but I love it. So throughout, when Agatha's sort of like confused at what the hell the Doctor's going on about, and she's like, oh, I think I understand some of those words, and all of that. I love the line where they're sat, it's just before he gets poisoned, and she's like, again, you talk like Edward Lear.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a it's just such a fun phrasing of like, what the hell are you going on about?
Yeah.
But like, from an upper class 1920s writer, like, that's exactly how she'd put it. I don't know, there's just something about that. Fenella Walgar is incredible in this role.
Yeah.
I feel like we've not really mentioned that. She's brilliant.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
so good.
Absolutely.
I completely see her
as Agatha Christie.
As Agatha Christie.
Absolutely.
When somebody says Agatha Christie's name,
picture her
I
face.
Picture her face. Yeah.
Me too.
But yeah, she's really good and brings like a real sort of tenderness to it, but also she's having fun. Yeah, she gets to play the...
It's a fun episode, isn't it? Everyone's having fun doing it.
Absolutely. But then there are the sort of more quieter moments, the Donna's conversation with Agatha.
Yeah.
Also when after Roger's been killed, and it's a really short moment, but when Donna comes in and she's like, that poor footman.
Yeah.
Like, Roger's dead and he can't even grieve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's quite a nice... and it doesn't linger on it too much. No. It doesn't go, oh, this is a really dark,
No, but it gives you a moment.
Yeah, it's a sort of quite poignant note, I think, in an episode that's running about. And
it's definitely what Donna's take and what her pickup would be.
Yeah.
That was very Donna.
Yeah, that's quite a nice little moment. And it's small, subtle, but it's like important, appreciated, I think.
Yeah.
And that's why I think when people are like, oh, Donna wouldn't act like she does in this story. It's like, no, there are
moments of her
where
in there, where it's not all fun and games.
Exactly. Which you could argue is slightly undermined by her then chopping on her snacks and being like, oh, who killed who? But,
they have moved on from that, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, any closing thoughts?
No, I'm actually quite keen to know your trivia for this episode, actually.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because I have actually prepared some trivia for this episode.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
For our trivia section,
which
we call every single week.
Every single week. It's called Agatha Christie.
Oh my god. Yeah, we definitely... Give us your trivia.
So, the inspiration for the Vesper form was the Tom Adams 1969 illustration for the cover of Death in the Clouds, which appears at the end of the story. Apparently, Russell saw it as a kid and was like, oh, I'll read that one. It's about a giant wasp.
Yeah.
He was like, and I was bitterly disappointed when I read it and there's no giant wasp. And it turns out to be like a metaphor or something.
Oh, God.
But it's a really cool cover, and obviously it's like a perspective thing. Mm-hmm. But he was like, so that's kind of just burnt onto my brain.
Yeah.
And then obviously if we're doing an Agatha Christie story,
it has to come out.
Yeah. And he was saying that it feels like it just kind of fit thematically, that that 20 sort of garden party.
Yeah.
Your
wasps spin your lemonade.
Lawn,
yeah.
And there's wasps in the air, and it feels like that kind of summer.
Yeah.
Which I think is really nice, actually. Also, we didn't talk about the the effects of the Vesper form.
Incredible.
I think they're really good. I know people that are like, that looks so naff.
What?
I've seen people be like, oh, this is rubbish.
Really?
I think it really stands up.
I think it's really good, and I think it's even stands up now.
Yeah. Like,
it's a good effect.
You can tell that it's
CGI.
Yeah, obviously you can tell it's CGI, but like, I think you can tell that it's like from a decade or two ago. Yeah. But
that we've had a lot worse, can I just say?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it looks pretty good.
I thought I've never ever looked at it and thought,
yeah. Never. And how it kind of interacts with it. I think the thing is, it doesn't feel like there's like a live action shot and it's pasted on.
Yeah,
It always feels quite well integrated with the
interactive.
lighting
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
with it coming smashing through the window.
Yeah,
and I know,
and it even has its side, and it takes itself, it wiggles and gets its head back in it and moves
and
forward.
the bit when the Doctor's chasing it and its sting is sort of scraping on the ceiling.
And you get the you
like
get the scratch marks,
Mhm.
even when it's chasing the car as well.
Yeah.
It has motion. It's not just traveling along.
Yeah.
Statically.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
looks cool. I don't know what
Yeah.
everyone's beef is.
I've never ever seen anyone beef it.
Yeah, I've seen a few people be like, "Oh, it looks a bit naff."
That's mad.
It's like,
wow.
A, this is Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Naff
so
effects are its bread and butter.
Yeah.
B, this is one of the good ones.
Yeah, so let's not.
Also, that's just made me think of the another great bit when
Go
he
on.
runs in and goes, "Show yourself!"
And then everyone
And
pops
they all
out the door and
pop
he's
their
like,
head. Also, and it cuts back to him and he's like, "Oh," and then it cuts back to them all looking round, and Davenport's head sort of sticks round.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So back to Agatha Christie. David Tennant was actually the one to recommend Fenella Woolgar for the role of Agatha.
Yeah.
Having previously worked with her on several projects. Before Doctor Who, they both starred in Bright Young Things and He Knew He Was Right in 2003 and 2004, respectively. And after this, they would go on to share the screen again in the Centurion sequel from 2009 and Spies of Warsaw in 2013. Now, I've added this one in specifically for you.
Oh.
This little add-on to that.
On.
Woolgar was also set to be part of the cast of the National Theatre's play Good, starring David Tennant in the lead. But this fell through after the production had to be rescheduled due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Oh.
So she was going to be playing his wife.
That's so annoying.
And then because it got rescheduled.
It did.
For context, Kat and I went to see this play.
Yeah. I booked it during COVID. It got cancelled. So, and then
they 21 we went to see it, something like that, 2021.
And then it got rescheduled.
Met David Tennant at the stage door.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of a fangirl moment.
Oh my god, he looked you dead in the eye. Can you remember that? He looked you dead in the eye.
Yeah, he looked me dead in the eye.
Even though he had his little mask on.
Because he had his
cap on, he had his mask on.
He had glasses on, he had his face mask.
Yeah.
It was just a tall bloke.
Yeah.
And you could kind of hear the voice. But other than that, because his hat, his mask, you couldn't really tell it was him.
No, yes, you liar.
Until
okay, all right, sorry. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
Until he came down the line.
Yeah.
He signed my program. Oh, thank you so much. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
And he sort of looked up as he was signing and met my eyes and went, "Oh, thank you so much."
Yeah.
And I turned into like a 7-year-old boy.
Oh my god! Tell everyone what happened afterwards. What happened after? Okay, so that moment just happened. We stepped away. Liam couldn't breathe, and then he had to go. We went into a pub and he did a shot of whiskey.
I did immediately go and have a Jack Daniels.
Because he was so overwhelmed, didn't you? You got so overwhelmed. You're like, and then we went into a pub and then he had a shot of whiskey. I remember that.
Yeah, that was genuine. Like,
I know.
I don't really feel like
I've never, our entire life that we've met.
Our entire life that we've met, yes.
Yeah, in my entire life, since we've known each other, I've never seen you like that before, ever.
I don't really
shocked.
Get starstruck or like
but this
anything
is David
like
Tennant.
that.
This is David Tennant.
Yeah, I was literally something about him just looking me directly in the eyes, speaking to me.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
To be fair, you held it together way better than I did, because when I first had a interaction with David Tennant where we spoke and looked at each other in the eyes and I laughed and we had a great time, I then instantly walked out the crowd and had a meltdown and just sobbed.
Yeah, that's
so you held it together way better than I did.
That
was really fun.
But apparently Fenella Woolgar was meant to be in the cast.
Oh, fun.
So, as well as the more explicit references to Poirot, Miss Marple and Murder on the Orient Express, the script features a number of references to titles of famous Christie novels, which are all sort of baked in to the script, some more organically than others. And we're also not going to mention Russell trying to sneak in a reference to the original title of And Then There Were None, I believe. I'll tell you about that afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job he didn't, I think.
Okay.
Good job he didn't. But the famous novels that feature in the script are as follows. Why Didn't They Ask Evans? The Body in the Library, The Secret Adversary, N or M, Nemesis, Cat Among the Pigeons, Dead Man's Folly, They Do It With Mirrors, Appointment with Death,
They do it with mirrors.
Cards on the Table, Sparkling Cyanide,
Mm.
Endless Night, Crooked House, Taken at the Flood, The Moving Finger, Death Comes at the End, and I think this is the best gag of the episode. The title is The Murder at the Vicarage.
Yeah.
And it's
The
the
Murder at the
doctor at the
Vicarage Rage.
Murder at the Vicarage Rage.
Needs
Needs a bit of work.
work.
Also, there's a couple of visual references. There's a vase of flowers that can be seen at one point, which references yellow iris.
Mm.
And, of course, the doctor is the man in the brown suit. So, deleted scenes of an older Christie on her deathbed acted as a framing device for this story, with her reflecting on the events.
Yeah.
She's later visited by the Doctor and Donna.
Yeah. I'm glad they cut that. That was bizarre.
Yeah, I don't think
it doesn't
works.
fit the vibe at all.
No.
No.
Originally, the Doctor would have rammed the Vesper form into the lake with the car, but David Tennant felt this was out of character.
Yeah. And I couldn't see how they would stage that either.
No, because those cars...
They weren't... They were on thingies, weren't they? They weren't driving.
They did drive for a bit.
Not all the way through. There was
no. I think when it's when it's a shot where you sort of got to focus and keep the focus, they're on the back.
They're on the back of the thingies.
Trucks. But they did drive.
Oh, did they?
I don't think you could get much speed in them.
Absolutely not. Not enough to smack a wasp into a lake.
No, and they're all like the accelerators in the middle.
They only go up to 30 miles an hour, don't they?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
There's a bit in the confidential where they're learning how to do, because like the gears shifts are all different. So they're like, okay, so first is behind, and then that's where reverse should be, and all of that. But there's a bit where there's a break in filming, and David comes over to Fidel Walgar's car, and he's like, could you slow down a bit? And she's like, oh, am I showing you up, David? He's like, we're driving a sewing machine behind you. So this was the first episode that Catherine Tate shot as a series regular.
Really?
This was the first one from the filming block of series 4. It was this and then Planet of the Ood.
Oh, a really fun one, then a really depressing one.
Because they're both Graham Harper, aren't they? Yeah. Felicity Kendall, who plays Lady Eddison, also spent time in India and can speak Hindi. Oh. And so there's a fun little... And a few days after this episode was broadcast, Tom Goodman Hill, who plays Reverend Golightly, actually turned 40.
Okay.
Which is like the big thing of him being 40, exactly.
Yeah.
I did my own research on that, actually. Okay. That wasn't in any trivia sites.
Okay.
I looked and I went, how old is Tom Goodman Hill, actually? Because...
was aggressive.
That wasn't to you. That was like, actually, that was my own.
Yeah, you looked at me dead in the eye and went, actually, that was my own.
That was my own research, actually.
I was like, okay.
I didn't get that off the TARDIS wiki. So
okay, that's fine. Yeah, good for you. No, I'm really proud of you for that.
If you just, while I'm reading some more trivia out, if you have a look, if you Google Tom Goodman Hill now, right? Bear in mind, he turned 40.
He looks exactly the same.
Right?
He doesn't age. Yeah.
That's why I Googled it. That's where the fact came from. Because I was like, 40? I was like...
40?
He doesn't really look...
40.
I was like, he doesn't really look 40. And then looked and was like, oh no, he probably would have been. I was like, wait, he's like 58.
Yeah, he doesn't... I've seen him... This is actually one who I do know. And yeah, he just doesn't age.
He almost looks younger with the beard.
With the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Edison House is actually the same location used for Harrison Chase's mansion in The Seeds of Doom.
Yeah.
And another little Fourth Doctor fact, Christopher Benjamin, who plays the Colonel, also played Henry Gordon Jago in The Talons of Weng Chiang.
Oh, my favourite episode.
Kat's favourite episode. She loves it.
I love it.
Yeah, you absolutely love that episode.
I do not.
I'm not going to get into Talons talk. Foreign titles.
Oh, my favourite.
This is your favourite bit. Your favourite bit. So, the Japanese title for this episode is The Mystery of Agatha Christie's Disappearance.
Just what it says on the tin.
You know? The Hungarian, and I don't know if this is just a bad translation or... But you
I
know.
can't wait.
It's called The Fern and the Wasp.
That dastardly fern.
That dastardly fern. I have no idea.
That's
God knows.
beautiful.
I don't know if in the thing the unicorn is called the fern. I don't know if it's just referencing a tree. I don't know. And then two that are kind of similar. The French is Agatha Christie on the case.
Nice.
And
That's
the
peppy.
Italian is A Case for Agatha Christie.
They're very peppy.
There you go. The footman is played by David Tennant's father.
Oh, no way.
So right at the start,
Yeah,
at the party,
with the door.
when
The car.
yeah.
Yeah.
The footman, it's David Tennant's dad.
That's
Because
incredible.
he just happened to be visiting the set, and they went,
Do you
"Do you want to have a role?" Yeah. The role of Lady Eddison was actually offered to Helen Mirren.
Who's that?
Google Helen Mirren
Okay.
immediately.
All right.
This is.
I don't do names. You normally prep. You normally have faces for me to look at.
Yeah, but some people are so famous that I just go, well, yeah, they'll know them. So everybody else that is normal and knows who she is.
I only watch Doctor Who. When are you ever going to remember?
Well, for everybody else,
Right.
the role of Lady Eddison was offered to Helen Mirren.
And she turned it down.
I assume so, yeah.
Yeah. So they
and
brought back Cassandra.
That isn't Cassandra.
Which was Lady
That's
Eddison.
not Zoe Wanamaker.
Here it is.
No, it isn't.
Here it is.
No, it's not.
Here.
It's not Zoe Wanamaker. It's Felicity Kendall. They look similar.
They're the same
Ish.
person.
They're not the same person.
They're the same person.
They're not.
For my whole entire life, I thought it was the same person.
Your whole entire life.
20 years of my life. They are so alike, in my defence.
They do look very alike.
Can you cut that?
No.
Please. Please.
No, because you didn't know who Helen Mirren is. So, it was offered to Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
She obviously turned it down.
Yeah.
And Georgia Moffat auditioned for the role of Rubina Redmond.
She did.
But Russell asked her
was
to
like-
wait, as he felt that she was better suited for
For
Jenny.
a better part, yeah.
Agatha seems to be confused when Donna mentions talking pictures.
Yeah.
However, the first talkie, the jazz singer, would be released the following year in 1927. 1 year after that, the first Agatha Christie movie adaptation would be released, The Passing of Mr. Quin, and in 1931, so 5 years after this story, the first talking picture adapted from Christie's work, Alibi, was released.
Interesting.
So it's not that far,
Not that far away,
yeah. Although having already been an idiom, the popularity of the phrase partners in crime is thought to have been largely down to Christie's short story collection of the same name.
Oh.
There you go. In reality, Christie's car was discovered by a quarry rather than a lake. It was actually 11 days later when she was spotted, and this was during winter, not summer.
Minor details.
Yeah, but why let that get in the way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And finally, in the Big Finish audio Terra Firma, the Eighth Doctor claims to have travelled with Agatha Christie.
Oh.
So,
That'd be much later on.
well, I tell you what, old Paul McGann, he likes
He
his,
gets about, doesn't he?
He likes his British writers.
Yeah.
Mary Shelley, Agatha Christie.
They do a lot with they. He gets up to a lot in Big Finish.
Well,
Do you not think? And
well,
novels.
yeah, but that's what I mean. I think because you've got
Nothing.
next to nothing to go off on
Yeah.
screen.
He can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he can do anything.
Yeah.
And everything.
And he does.
And he does.
And he does. No.
But with that is the end of Ag Factor Tristy
I can't wait to tune into next week.
for.
More of it.
Go on, try it.
Say it again.
Ag Factor Tristy.
Afacthra Trisky. I sound like a wasp stung me on my tongue.
You did Ag Factor Tristy.
And I've just taken my antihistamine.
Yeah, but that's the end of our trivia section, and also, I guess the end of the episode.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
This was a good one.
I really like this episode.
I like it
it's
too.
a lot of fun.
It's great. It's fun.
It's not setting the world on fire.
No.
You know, it's not your world enough in times. Or,
No. Turn
uh,
left.
Yeah, you turn left, or you're parting of the ways or anything like that.
No.
But tell you what it is. It's a bloody good bit of fun.
It is. It's a great little bit of fun.
I'm talking like a 7 for this. Like a 7 out of 10.
It is a great episode, a great bit of fun. I'm going to give it a 7.
No, because I feel like it'd be a bit disingenuous for me to give it higher than a 7.
I'm pretty sure it's like on my rankings, it's like 7.5 or something.
Well, there you go then.
I was just taking the mick out of you.
Oh, fine.
I've been
One rule for one rule for the other.
I've been roasting you this whole episode.
You have. And you know what? As punishment, I'm going to leave that.
No.
So you want to make a bit in.
It was a mistake. Everyone looks the same. I don't have a very good judgment of faces.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that.
That's another trait, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not very good at that.
No.
I don't.
Well, before we get on to
Sorry.
diagnosing you any further.
Wait.
Well, thank you very much for joining us
Yeah.
for this episode. I feel like this one might have been a bit of a longer one.
Probably.
But it was fun to just have a little chat
Well,
about this one.
we just loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I enjoy this one.
Yeah.
But I would be interested to know people's thoughts.
Maybe I make a giant wasp next.
Oh God.
I made a dinosaur.
I know.
Maybe I make a giant wasp. That'd be fun.
Maybe. We've got to get you back into the habit of putting tweets out so we can read people's.
You know what?
thoughts.
I drafted it and then got so busy at work and didn't get a break that I didn't post it.
But yeah, I'd be interested to see what people
Think
make of this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's still because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the consensus is more positive than I thought.
Yeah.
Obviously, ignore the fact that it's written by a big thumb.
Big toe.
Big transphobic toe.
Ugh.
Ugh. But yeah, I think that's us for this week.
Yeah.
Would
Tune
you like-
in next time when we talk about. Dun, dun, dun,
do you want to know what's happening next week?
What's happening next week?
Well, next week, everyone.
I get to record with my favourite co-host.
Yeah, next week, I'm not here. So we've got someone, a special guest tagging in, who shall remain anonymous.
Ooh.
You'll have to tune in. There we go, a little bit of sizzle.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to come back next week to find out
Who am I going to be rattling on with?
Yeah, who my replacement is.
Yeah.
Is he a dandy? Is he a clown? He's a better host than me.
No! Oh, don't put yourself down. You're
No.
wonderful.
You're right. No, it should be me and him that have the podcast instead of you. Yeah, let's get rid of you. Why are we getting rid of one of us? Let's get rid of you.
Yeah, let's take the woman out of the equation and let's have 2 men.
Blast. She's got me again with the feminism.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, fine then, I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a
So, mystery
special
man.
guest coming on for next week to talk Best Doctor Debuts,
Oh, yeah.
which was an episode that originally was going to be coming out.
About 6-7 weeks ago.
Yeah, but things happen. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
life
doesn't
happens.
always go to plan.
It
You've got to
doesn't.
move with the times.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that'll be next week, and then I will be back the following week
Yes.
with Kat
Me.
for the start of our spooky
Oh, my
October,
goodness. It is.
where we're going to be looking at
Spooky, spooky, spooky.
various spooky episodes.
Yeah.
And a few topics. We've got a
Yep.
few guests coming on,
Yeah.
which will be cool.
Which will be very fun.
But yeah, in the run up to Halloween, we're getting our spook on.
Yeah.
But
Let's go.
until then, where can they find you?
Oh, well, I think that they can find me on Instagram and Twitter at simplykatie_XO.
Interesting.
Yes, where can they find you, Tip?
Well, they can find me also on the Twitter at Sun and Biscuit, and you're never going to believe this, on the Sun and Biscuit
What?
YouTube channel, which you may very well be watching this here podcast on, right?
No.
Correct. But in the meantime,
Yep.
have a good week.
Thank you. I will. I'll have a brilliant week.
I was talking to the audience.
Okay.
Um,
Yep, you guys have a good week.
you have a good one. You have a terrible time.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yep.
You'll be back next week.
Oh, yeah.
And have fun.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.